Hey, my YouTube family. Hope everybody is blessed and that you are being a blessing to someone else. This is another amazing, uplifting devotion from In Touch Magazine by Dr. Charles Stanley. And today's date is Friday, October 24th. And it says, when facing life's mountains, and we all going to have to face a mountain in our lives, many of them, some of us face many mountains, but we can climb them with Jesus by our side. Zechariah 4:1-9. And the yearly reading is Luke 8-9. It says, wouldn't it be great if doing God's will was always easy? But at times we encounter obstacles. When Zerubbabel felt this way, the Lord sent the prophet Zechariah with a word of encouragement. Zerubbabel was given the task of rebuilding the temple. The first temple had been built during a time of peace and prosperity under Solomon. The treasuries were overflowing and the workforce was huge. But the situation was quite different when the Jews returned after 70 years of Babylonian captivity. Now they were few in number. Their enemies kept attacking. Jerusalem was in ruins and resources were limited. In today's reading, Zechariah's message to Zerubbabel in 4:1-9 contained two principles that strengthened him. The first one was, we are to face our tasks in the power of the Holy Spirit. In verse 6, the Lord's work can never be done with human strength. His indwelling spirit must empower us with the wisdom and energy to accomplish his will in our lives. The second thing is, when God calls us to a task, he assumes the responsibility for removing any hindrances. Verse 7-9. When we're tempted to give up, it's time to look up and see the obstacle through his eyes. Is the Lord asking you to do something that seems impossible? Ask him to supply the hope and strength to persevere. And in this situation, now, whatever Zerubbabel was asking for about rebuilding that temple, he was, I guess, in his own flesh, in the flesh in a way. And then Zechariah was probably telling him, look, it's not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord. And so when God's spirit is moving to you, we got to understand that our righteousness is nothing but filthy rags, but it's a Christ that lives in us that has the righteousness.